Hi, I'm Lewis and I'm currently training for the biggest triathlon race I've ever done, the European Middle Distance Champs in Portugal, Ironman Tallinn, Estonia and Outlaw half Holkham. This is week 2 of my training series, and in this episode I have one of the toughest weeks I've been through in a long time. This week has been one of the hardest weeks I've had in a very, very long time, if not ever. I had some news which I'm going to get into later on in this video, but it's basically going to affect things dramatically going forward. It could really have a big impact on races and my plans for 2024, for training, for a lot. So we will get into that, but starting off the week, nothing really to note. I had some okay sessions. I had an easy aerobic swim, just over 3K. I had a bike ride, again, nothing massively to note, but here is some quick feedback from how the bike session went. It is Monday at 6:30. I've just finished up an hour and a half on the bike. I know in the last weekly update I said that I changed over my pedals from the Favero Asioma Duo Shi power pedals just to the normal Shimano pedals, and I had a bit better luck with them in terms of like knee issues, but it's kind of come back. It never left really, I suppose. I'm getting a bit of pain on, like, it's either the outside or the inside of my knee. I get a little bit of pain. And I've kind of been, well, every time I get on the bike, I keep thinking about it. And I've kind of realised today that I really struggle to sit like dead straight on a bike, if that makes sense. What feels natural is me to sit off like this way slightly and almost face this way. I don't know why. Maybe I've got slightly twisted hips, or I don't know, like a tight glute or a tight hip. And then when I try and fix it by sitting this way, it helps in terms of knee pain, and like my knee tracking gets a little bit better. But I then get pain in my hip, or not pain, but like a strain, like the muscles being overworked in my hip. And then obviously it feels really weird because it feels like I'm facing this way. And then if I try and sit somewhere in the middle, I get like weird pressure in different places and my knees, I don't know, yeah. Long story short, I really think I need to invest in a bike fit. Then on Tuesday, again, nothing really to note too much. I had an FTP and Zone 5 bike session, which again went okay, just sort of another one of them average building block sessions. And then in the afternoon, I had an easy 4-mile run, which went slightly better than expected. Here's how that went. That is easy 4 miles done. Averaging 8:04 minute per mile. Really nice day today, felt really warm compared to what it has been feeling. I think it's only like 10 degrees still, but lovely run, enjoyed that one. Also, Watch said that I'm improving fitness, so it's a little bonus, not that it means a lot. Then on Wednesday is when things really started to go downhill. I had a threshold swim planned in for the day. I was planning on doing it on Wednesday evening. Then during the day at work, I had a meeting where I was given some news, which is some of the worst news I've had in a very long time. My immediate thoughts after this meeting was basically what's going to change depending on the option that I choose. All these questions start going through your head, and basically I left Wednesday. I obviously missed the swim. I had other things going on in my head. I had, a lot of thoughts racing through my head. And this was kind of the story following on the whole week, really. I know it might not seem like a big decision to some people, but for me, I've just, got a mortgage on this house that I'm in really recently in the last few months. I've also had some amazing news with joining Outlaw team, with obviously the races, being part of Great Britain. And that involves a lot of cost. Ironman Tallinn in Estonia, that's a lot of cost. The travel, the training, the kit, you name it. Triathlon's an expensive sport, and to have all of these options and opportunities laid out for you that you can go and grab, and then to have a decision where if I make the wrong decision, it could mean that I don't get to do any of it. It's a really scary thought, and this has been playing on my mind. It still is playing on my mind a lot. So it basically meant that I've, had some pretty sleepless nights. Training's not been going too well. On Thursday, the day after I found out this news, I had a long run to do. Planned time was an hour and a half. It It was a struggle, to say the least. My legs felt heavy. I just felt like I couldn't move. The motivation wasn't there. It was hard. It was a lot harder than it should have been. And having said that, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I've got, not an issue, but I've a little battle with heart rate and on the Garmin watch. So I decided to do a little experiment at the end of this long run. So watch this.
That was interesting. I'm going back on about this heart rate data stuff, but I just did a bit of a test. I did a 12-mile easy run. I did 11 miles easy, averaging like a 160 beats per minute heart rate, which is zone 2. And then I thought, I'm gonna do 1 mile at like tempo and see if my heart rate moves. Barely moved. I think it's still average in zone 2, and after 11 miles going into a tempo pace, it should definitely rise. So definitely shows watch heart rate data, not accurate at all.
For the rest of the week planned in, I had a threshold swim, which again, my arms felt heavy. I had a tempo run, which again, legs just felt heavy, slow, heart rate was higher, etc, etc, which is all normal given, you know, the stress and circumstances. And then on Sunday, I had my usual long ride to do. Recently, I've been going out on my gravel bike, which has been super fun. And the main reason for doing that is because the weather in the UK is usually shocking. So yeah, but I actually woke up and for the first time in a long time, the sun was shining. So I decided to take my bike for the first time again in a while off the turbo trainer and get outdoors for a ride.
Decided to come outdoors on the bike. It is really windy, but at least the weather's nice and it's not as freezing cold as it has been recently. It's about 10 degrees as opposed to like 2 or 3, so I'm quite enjoying it. Still getting frustrated at bike fit problems and aches in weird places that shouldn't be aching, but hour and 10 minutes in, 21 miles, do like another 20 minutes that way and then back that way back home. Battle some more wind. Today's session is a 3-hour long ride. On the plan, it says to basically include some big hills or as much hills as you can. So in Essex, if you don't know, it's pretty pan flat. There's not much in terms of hills. You get like a few rolling hills and stuff, but nothing big, or certainly not like a big climb. So I basically just looped together sort of hilliest ride I can think of. It's not massively hilly, but it's a few little punchy hills, and definitely some rollers, so probably the best I can do. I'm over halfway now, on my way back, just doing a bit of an out and back. But yeah, enjoying it so far. Nice, the weather's nice, it makes a massive difference when the sun's out. So yeah, enjoying it.
So that rounds up another week of training. Not the best week in terms of personal life by any stretch of the imagination, but in terms of training, I did get all of the sessions done apart from the one swim session, which is a little bit annoying, but again, it's not the end of the world. These things happen. I'm still not sure what decision I'm gonna make. I'm still not sure where I'm gonna be in 3-4 weeks time, which is scary, which is really scary. I'm still not sure whether even these races are going to be possible. I'm trying to act like they are and keep a positive mindset and keep the training going as if they are all going to go ahead, but we will see in the future. I'm sure it will all pan out and it will all be fine, and hopefully everything works out for the best. I will just quickly go through my weekly training volume. My total volume for the week was 11 hours and 16 minutes, and that was split up across 6 hours and 22 minutes on the bike, which was 131 miles, 3 hours and 8 minutes of running, which was 24.2 miles, and then an hour and 39 minutes of swimming, which was 6,890 yards, which, I don't know, it's maybe like 6.2 Ks or somewhere around that. So yeah, that will do it for this week. I hope you have enjoyed this week. If you did, please make sure you like, comment any questions you have down below, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you next time for some more triathlon related content. Peace.